Hello and welcome back to On-Chain Reaction. I'm your host James Bennett and I'm the CEO of ByteTree. Today we're going to be looking at what is going on in Bitcoin on and off the chain. Okay, let's jump right into it. So as of recording 1 o'clock on 13th of April, Bitcoin has hit a new all-time high around $63,000, driven by increase in on-chain volumes and greater fund flows into the different Bitcoin investment products available in the market. So this first chart we're looking at in the dark blue line, you're looking at the 7-day moving average of transaction value in dollar terms, and you can see that it's kicked up there on the far right hand side after having a sort of base around $8 billion a day, has now kicked up towards 10 billion a day, and the price subsequently has kicked up as well to that new all-time high. Okay, so looking at Bitcoin's volatility is a really interesting picture here. Volatility has been falling over the last 2.5 months. So we're now down at about 40% 30-day volatility. This is just taking 5 days. So if you're doing the calculations yourself, I think if you take the 7 days, you'll find actually you're up at around 52-54%. But look, the important picture here is that Bitcoin's volatility is falling. Right now it's lower than Tesla, which you can see there in the sort of orange line along the top. The red is iShares 20+ year treasury bonds, and as you could imagine, the volatility on that is very low. That's the bottom line in red there. And you know, Bitcoin's trending towards Microsoft levels, which is not considered to be a highly volatile stock. I don't think people would be alarmed and tell you that you were going to be risking a lot of your money by investing in Microsoft. And it's trending towards a similar sort of volatility as that. So it's just to say, yes, volatility did pick up during the late last year, beginning of this year, as we sort of found that new price region, but now it's really sort of calming back down again. Another mark towards the institutionalization, the growing up, let's say, of this space. Okay, so we touched on it briefly a minute ago, but here we can see funds are continuing to accumulate Bitcoin, with around $20 million in the funds that we track coming in last week. It's not a huge number, but the uptrend is still there, and it's probably fair to say that there are other new products coming to market, particularly in Canada. Lots of different investment trusts or mutual funds, ETFs popping up in Canada. So, if the volume isn't necessarily going into the old products, it's going into the new products, but the uptrend is still intact there. And just before we move on, actually, if you look back to the bottom left-hand side of the chart, you can see in January 20 there are about 320,000 Bitcoin in all the funds, and that has more than doubled, significantly more than doubled, up to just shy of 800,000 Bitcoin. So there is a very significant interest here from institutions, and that doesn't include those that are buying directly through the likes of Coinbase and custodying there, or Fidelity and so on. Okay, so last quick chart on Bitcoin here, we can see that fees as a percentage of total miner revenues have stabilized around that 9% mark. That's the gold line you're looking at there. Fairly simple picture really from what we've seen last week. There seems to be quite an established base level there of around 9%, with daily miner revenues still up at around $60 million per day. So miners are happy. They're making hay and collecting their Bitcoin, and in fact this has led to an all-time high hash rate. So the most computer power we've ever had working on the Bitcoin network is today. So that's really exciting, really good for the long-term future of this asset. Okay, last couple of charts. I've got three charts here I want to show you in relation to the BNB coin growth that we've seen over the last sort of weeks and months. So I think BNB is trading up around $500, and if you look back, to our analysts call in about September last year, October, I think it was around $15. So this chain has absolutely exploded, and I just wanted to give a bit of context as to why. So yes, Binance is an exchange. You need to, or you don't need to, you can buy the BNB token in order to get reduce fees for your trading, and you can also stake BNB in order to get access to different deal flow and such through the exchange. Now, this isn't an advert for Binance, but what I wanted to show you here is the Binance chain, which is BSC, is running a lot of different Binance applications. And I think my take is that, you know, the amount of activity that's happening on Binance is making people think, well, actually, could this be an Ethereum killer? I don't think it will be, for lots of very boring reasons around security and decentralization, you know, all of the kind of core concepts that blockchains serve to fill. But you know, from a just on-chain activity point of view, BSC is really picking up. So okay, enough of an intro. Here we have a chart that shows the total decentralized exchange volumes over the last year, and you know, in blue you can see PancakeSwap, which is a decentralized exchange on the Binance chain, and all of the other colors that you can see there are Ethereum based. So really notable is that the blue didn't appear until sort of late February, and from that point it has been growing really fast and taking share from the likes of Uniswap over that time. So you know, it really has come out of, you could say it's come out of nowhere, and doing significant volumes. 24-hour volumes across all dexes, that's both on Binance Smart Chain and on Ethereum, around 4.3 billion in the last 24 hours. Okay, so within that sort of PancakeSwap volume, we're also seeing a huge amount of users. So this is the number of wallets that are interacting with the protocol. At the moment, if you add up the users across both all of the Ethereum dexes and Binance Smart Chain dexes, the Binance PancakeSwap application actually captures more than 75% of all user or wallet addresses that are interacting with these platforms. So, you know, here it's a much clearer picture. There isn't a market share stealing such scenario going on, as much as, you know, PancakeSwap has just enabled a whole host of new users to actually access these decentralized exchanges. And that's largely because of Binance's sort of very retail focused platform that allows better, or let's say simpler integration, lower fees, all those things that make life, you know, a little bit easier for trading through their platform. Okay, and the last thing I wanted to mention here is that not relating to Binance, but across the whole decentralized market, over $17 billion has been borrowed through decentralized markets. $17 billion. So that is a huge, huge sum. Right, well, that's it from me for now. We'll see you next time.